Hey everyone, and welcome to a new video. In this video, I want to talk about something that's been on my mind a lot lately, something that I've been dealing with myself and struggling with myself, which is how can I do it all? How can I balance my life where I can take care of my mental and physical health, I can handle my job and my YouTube channel, and how can I maintain my relationships with my girlfriend, my friends, my loved ones, all of that? How can I do all of that and sleep enough and all the things that are required for, feeling good and not burning out? And I don't know if I have the answers, but I can tell you what I've been trying to do, and maybe you guys can give me some comments down below and some ideas that maybe you have that could help me figure this out myself. So one of the first things I want to talk about is maintaining my mental and physical health. I think this is probably one of the most important parts of creating balance, is that if you're not taking care of the mental and if you're not taking care of the physical, then neither one of these things are going to be able to get you through any of the other things you got to do. Meditating, I'm currently on a 94 or 95 day streak as of the time of this recording, of consistently getting 15 minutes of meditation every day. And I will say that that has made a massive impact. Sometimes I know it's hard to carve out that time to meditate in the day because you feel like you got so many things you can do. And the reality is you almost always have at least 5 minutes. I really think that it's made a big difference in my resilience and my ability to avoid getting caught up in the momentum of my emotions, because that is something that, for sure, if you are at the whim of your emotions, then every day can take a swing in one direction or another just based on your inability to accept it for what it is and let it pass as it does. Because if you don't accept it, sometimes then you're fighting it and then you get stuck in the emotion and you get trapped in the loop. And I believe that the mental health and the physical health are very intertwined. And in fact, my mental health actually really benefits when I do something physical. So if I work out that day, whether I'm lifting or just doing cardio or even just yoga, which I have not done at all in a while, but something I always enjoy doing and I always tell myself I'm going to do and I don't do it. But I find that when I work out, I really do feel better. Like mentally, I feel better, getting that energy out, maybe sometimes getting out aggression if I'm frustrated with something. It just makes me feel better. And not only is it also helping me get to my goal weight and my dream goal of getting back in shape, which I've been doing diligently, but it's also just so important for my mental health, where I don't feel good if I don't work out most days. Another thing that I've really been struggling with, and you might have noticed because this video is being posted over a week after the last one, is balancing this YouTube channel and balancing my day job. My day job is certainly picked up a lot, where I have just a lot more stuff I got to do on a daily basis. And it takes a lot of my energy that before I was not as overwhelmed at times. And I had more energy after my shift to do things for YouTube. I don't know. I've really just been rethinking my strategy. I know originally I wanted to post 2 videos a week. And although that's possible, I feel like the quality suffers for me. I mean, if I had an editor and I could afford to pay an editor or whatever, then the quality wouldn't suffer. But when I'm the one doing every job, where I'm planning, I'm recording, I'm editing, and I'm posting and promoting and all that, when I'm doing every job, posting 2 a week is pretty challenging. And although I do think it's doable, and I think when you get to a certain point in your career on YouTube, I think it's worth doing, I think for me, I'd rather take a little bit more time and put more quality into the videos. Trying to balance my day job and then trying to balance the YouTube channel, it's tough, man. And when you combine that with the other things that I talked about, it really becomes a major challenge. And I want to make sure that I want to feel good about what I'm making, and I want to feel like I'm putting in a good effort and I'm not phoning it in just to meet a deadline. So that's why I decided to take a pause and slow down for a minute and try to rethink how I want to go about doing this, because I'd rather take a little bit of extra time on a video and it be better and get more views and have better retention than me pumping out, 1 to 2 a week, but then only 20 of you are watching them, then that's not doing me any good. That's not doing anyone else any good. And although, yes, I learn something every time I make a video, I think that learning process is diminishing returns if literally nobody watches it at all, especially when I have enough subscribers that I know that the algorithm doesn't work like that anymore, but I have enough subs where more than 20 people should be seeing my videos. So obviously my videos are not enticing enough for it to even show it to you in the feed. And that's something that I want to work on. I want to get better. I want to make this shit worth watching. So as much as I love my hobbies and I love taking care of myself physically and mentally, we're nothing without our friends. We're nothing without our family. You know, we are communal-based beings and creatures. We exist on this planet knowing that we are a part of this big thing. And we feel out of place if we're not connecting with people. You know, we need to be connecting with our community. I feel like I've lost a little bit of that. And part of that maybe is my own inability to maintain relationships with some people. Part of it is maybe my situation itself. Like I work from home, so I'm not like seeing people. And don't get me wrong, I don't want to go back to work. I enjoy the working from home. But I guess I'm struggling with that now, is like I'm not in a community anymore, and I miss that. I miss being in a community. But then I also am like, well, how do I juggle the time? Because whatever free time I have needs to go towards this channel. And not in an unhealthy way, but just like, I mean, I work a full-time job already. I work a full-time job. I have a girlfriend that I got to make sure I'm spending time with and giving her love and attention. And then this channel takes up a lot of time. So when am I supposed to see people or meet people if I haven't met them? It's one thing like when Joey was still living here, it's like, well, I know I can at least hit up Joey once a week or whatever, and we would hang out. But when that person's gone and then you don't really have other people that you hang out with like that, I'm supposed to what now, meet people in the very limited free time that I have as an adult. I'm going to be 29 this year, you know, I'm approaching 30. It's very hard to meet adults at this age. You either have your friends that you have or you don't, you know? And yes, of course you can always meet new people, but I guess I'm struggling with that where I feel kind of lonely, and this is just me being real with you, you know? I feel kind of lonely. I'm not lonely in my relationship, but I'm lonely outside of it. And thank God I have Mary, because, man, if I didn't have Mary, I'd be really alone, and it'd be very depressing. And I feel like, luckily for me, I have other things going on for me that are able to kind of keep me up. But without other people, man, it sucks. It really does. So I think it's important that if you do have a community of people who still live in the same state as you, to maintain those relationships and spend time with those people, because you don't know what you're missing until it's gone. It's tough. It's going to be tough if I can't find a community before I leave. So hopefully this YouTube thing can help build out a community through you all as people watching this video, but then also just opportunities and doors that might open just from making these videos. So I think that's where I'm going to lean on you all as my community of like, I need that sense of community. Please help me. You know, I'm trying to figure it out, and I feel like in a lot of things I'm very happy and very excited with my progress. But I just wish I had more people to share it with, you know. To bring it all together, obviously you want some sort of balance between your mental health, your physical health. You want to make sure that you have a work-life balance of some kind. You want to make sure that you're maintaining your relationships with friends and family and loved ones. But it's not easy, and it's hard. It's like you feel like you can do really well in one area, and that means you're probably going to end up slacking in another. I mean, that's how it's been for me historically. And the only way that I've been able to affect that ratio and make it a little better has been the systems that I put in place that have made certain things autopilot. You know, some things are too random that you can't, it's not going to be a part of your system. But you can allot time for that randomness to happen and to let serendipity unfold. And I think one of the keys to the balance is understanding that there really is no balance. And at times you're going to lean in hard in one direction or the other. But it's that mindfulness of bringing yourself back to the present and realizing like, wait a second, I've been going really hard on this one thing and that's great. But maybe I've been neglecting this other thing. And so I think just always keeping a present mind about what that ratio is and where your efforts and your RPG points have been put in, and which skills and traits. And just making sure that every once in a while you might need a respec. So thanks again. Please take care of yourself. Definitely, in wintertime, it's very hard to get through some of these days where there's just no sun and it's cold, especially if you live in a place like Chicago. So take care of yourselves, please. Thanks again for watching. Please like, subscribe. If you like this video, please watch my last one. I'll have it linked right here. And thanks again for watching. Peace out.